A lot of people believe they need to create a product before they start selling it. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly how and why you should start selling your product before you actually create it. Hey guys, Lewis Howes here, and I'd like to start off this video with a quick quote from Dr. Martin Luther King where he said, "Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." Now, this quote means a lot to me in my life because I knew I wanted to build a multi-million-dollar business and have a great lifestyle, but I had no clue of how I was going to make it happen. However, I knew it was all about taking that first step of faith and really just taking action. And I recently saw this happen with a client of mine where I sat down with her for a 3-day workshop. And she was so terrified and paralyzed of actually launching a product for the last 2 years. She was making excuses. She didn't know exactly what to do. And she was really just holding her own self back. She's making a lot of excuses. And once we helped her break through and actually take the first step, within 24 hours, she started selling a product that she didn't even have created yet. And she made almost $22,000 in that weekend. Extremely powerful stuff, and I want to dive into exactly the step-by-step process right now on how you can sell a product before you create it. So there's 10 quick steps, and step 1 is that you need to set a financial goal for yourself. If you don't set any financial goals, then you're really just playing around with a hobby, and it's not really a business in my mind right now. So set a financial goal for 1 year out. So if it's at the start of the year, say, okay, by December 25th, at the end of this year, I'm going to have X amount of dollars. It can be $50,000 in sales. It could be $100,000. It could be $1 million, $10 million, any number that you want to hit, that you feel comfortable with, set that financial goal. Step number 2, you need to select a profitable niche online. So you can use different sites like clickbank.com, amazon.com, and other blogs to do research to see what other products are out there and where you can find your audience to market to. Now, this will give you an opportunity to align your passion with your profits and really focus your goals on finding that profitable niche. Step number 3 is you need to identify a problem within that niche and then figure out a way to solve it. So all profitable products solve problems. So step number 4 is you want to create a webinar registration page. Now, this may seem a little bit crazy and a little out there and a little fast, but you got to trust me here. This is what we did with my client who made $22,000 in a weekend. So I want you to create a page, a webinar registration page with bullet points explaining the problems that you're going to be solving in the niche that you're working in. So step number 5 is you need to start promoting your webinar. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. If you have an audience and an email list, then start promoting through your newsletter, through your email list, and through your social media channels. If you don't have an audience, then you can start using Facebook ads. So you can start spending a little bit of money to drive traffic back to this webinar page and start getting people registered for your webinar that way. Number 6, you need to host your webinar. Now, there's a lot that goes into actually hosting and delivering an effective webinar that converts. But for now, just make sure you create a cool presentation with great content that, again, solves the problem for your users. Number 7, you need to offer at the end of the webinar a paid bootcamp. Now, this is a live training. It could be a series of calls, a series of webinars, something live online where you then deliver the information, the solution to the problem that you're talking about in the webinar. So the webinar is free, but at the end, you're offering something paid that we like to call a bootcamp. Number 8, you've got to create the training. So go back to the webinar registration page where you listed out bullet points of what people are going to learn on the free webinar and use that as a reference and a guide for yourself to create an outline for then a 4-week, a 6-week, or an 8-week bootcamp training online. Number 9, this is the part where you host your live training and then you record it. So you've got all your training materials ready to go. Now you've got to deliver the products to your students. The people that have paid you money, you've got to start giving them the information that's going to solve their problems. And you don't need to make it absolutely perfect, but you just want to be delivering with passion, be inspiring, and be very educational so that people get the most out of what they paid for. And finally, step number 10, package and brand the product. Now, this is the reason why I wanted you to record the product in step number 9. Once you have everything recorded, you can then put nice logos up there, package it together on a membership site, create a nice branding around the site, and then you can start selling this product at any time, and you don't need to deliver it live anymore. So these are the 10 steps that you need to do in order to sell your product before you actually create it. So there's 2 action steps I have for you right now, and number 1 is if you have the confidence and the courage, I want you to leave a comment below with a financial goal for what you want for the next year. So go ahead and post in if you're committed to actually trying this out, selling a product first before you create it, and then put the financial goal you want to have for your next year. And also, the second thing I want you to do is if you're interested, I share with you all of my insider secrets on how to run effective webinars that convert in my ultimate webinar marketing guide. So just click the link below. That's going to take you right to Amazon to go ahead and get that book. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon.